everyone, it's Nelda. Welcome back to my channel and thank you for clicking this video. I'm so happy that you're here with me today. I hope you're all doing well. Today I will show you how I make my journal covers. So this is a tutorial video and I really hope that you stay with me till the end of this video. I've had a couple of requests for tutorials and I know that I don't always do tutorials, so apologies, but I'm going to try my best today. We are going to make two covers together and the size will be similar to these two journal covers. So this is 9 3/4 by 4 3/4. These covers are already done. I don't think I will add any more embellishments to this. And you can see also that I have already here the crinkled seam bindings for the closure and for the signatures. I'm not going to show you how I did that because it already is in one of my tutorials. I will provide the link in my description if you are interested to know how to add the seam bindings to hold the signatures together. But let me show you quickly what I have here. These are two options that I like to use when I bind my signatures. So here, this is the inside of the cover, and you can see that I inserted the seam binding from the outside going in, and this is where you add your signatures and you make the bow or you tie the seam binding. And then the other option is you insert the seam binding through the hole from the inside going out. So just like this. So you have here one seam binding to hold one signature, the second seam binding to hold the second signature, and then this is where you make the knot, and this seems to be another way of decorating the cover. The tutorial that I did several months ago will be in my description if you are interested. Okay, so for the material, we are going to use file folder. This is always what I use, and we are going to cut the file folder to the size that we want. I am going to do 8 3/4 by 4 3/4. For the spine, we are going to do 1 inch, and this is already the crease that you see in the folder. All you have to do is follow the fold, just like so. We have some left over here, the remaining of the folders, and I like to keep them because I use them to mat some of my ephemera or use them to make pockets and tucks. This is the second folder. I like to use 2 folders as the base to thicken the cover. Once this is done, we are going to cut the width to 4 3/4, and then we will glue them together.
When we were young, running from all things at once, without thinking twice. And I knew it would catch up, and that we would be the ones left behind. The stories I've been told, they never seem to leave my mind. This road that I am on, I gotta stay here for some time.
Okay, so now that our base is done, we are going to cover the folder, and this is what I'm going to use. It's a beautiful handmade paper. I am also going to add Tyvek envelope as the base because this is very durable and I like my covers to be durable, so this is optional. I just happen to have plenty of Tyvek envelopes, so I always make sure that my journal covers have this as reinforcement.
Time has gone and I grew up. I somehow made it through without losing sight. And I still wonder where you are, and if you found a way out from the dark. The stories I've been told, they never seem to leave my mind. And this road that I am on, I gotta stay here for some time. Bruises they come and they...
For the inside covers, I am going to use some pages from Edith Holden book and a piece of scrap, and we are going to glue them down.
And we have to try and keep up, 'cause this life's so much more. Ooh, and I still wonder where you are. Ooh, if you found a way out, come seek me out.
So you're in a hurry? Well, you better calm down. We're all friends around you, just join the fun. 'Cause if you're in a hurry, you're missing the point. Should enjoy the fruits of life instead of chasing coins. Because it's a beautiful day. Isn't it so come on, let's play. Forget the rush you're in and find a good spot. Sit down and join us as we sing a good song. Kick back, relax, and just follow along. Oh, we got plenty of time. Taking it easy won't cost you a dime. Throw another log onto the fire. Because it's a beautiful day. And come on, let's play.
Here is another cover that I made earlier, and this is the Tyvek envelope for the inside. I also used the same handmade paper that is so beautiful. I like it. It has a great texture. But let me show you a mistake that I made. So this is the cover that we did earlier. I was not able to glue it down to the folder, so it does not look very nice. It should be okay because I will sew the edges. But that is something that I never fail to do, and today it happened. So nothing I can do about this now, but just for you to keep in mind, do not forget to glue down your cover to your base. Okay, so this is a sheet from Stamperia Imagine paper pad collection. I will also use walnut stain to distress my edges. This is optional, but I sometimes like to do that. These are my pockets. I use the leftover folder to mat the pockets. I will also distress the pockets and then sew them to the sheet and then glue down the sheet to the inside cover. So the edges are sewn, and then you have here pockets as well. And we are going to use corner protectors. These are tiny, but I like to add them to the corners of my books for added protection. And they also look very nice. These protectors are very easy to add to the corners. Just add the wet glue. I like to use the 3-in-1, and then let it dry, and it's all done. Now we are going to add our closure, and I will use eyelets and seam binding as my closure here. I am going to use one of my favorite tools, which is the Big Bite, to set my eyelets. This is so useful and I really like this tool. I will also use the eyelets from We Are Memory Keepers, and then the seam binding will be a lovely teal blue color, which is crinkled also, and it's available in my Etsy shop. You can also use fabric or trims or cords for closure. So use whatever you have at home. Ribbons also make very pretty closure.
some odd things at once without thinking twice. And I knew it would catch up and that we would be the ones left behind. The stories I've been told.
So here are the finished covers. I hope that you like the process video. Each journal will have 2 signatures. I will have to put all the papers together to create the signatures and then attach them to the cover. And then they will be listed in my Etsy shop once they're done. This pink one will have the seam bindings to hold the signatures. And then the blue ones will have the pamphlet stitch binding just because I ran out of blue eyelets and I do not want to use any other color. So I'll use the 3-hole pamphlet stitch binding. So there you go, everyone. This is my simple tutorial today. I hope you like this video. Please let me know what you think. Once again, thank you so much for supporting my work and for supporting my channel. And if you are not subscribed, please join my YouTube family, hit that subscribe button, and know that I appreciate you all. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. God bless you. Bye now. Till next time.